Hello, this is Retreat Briefing in Tuesday, March 5th, and today's topic is: will Bitcoin reach 70k? So these three question marks represent my excitement. So Bitcoin reached its high in February and showing a good move in March too. And today we reached 68.8k, and in November 2021 it increased all the way up to 69.2k. So I'm not sure people in 3 years ago are still holding near that price, but if we can break through that point, we might get up to the record high. So now 70k is really close, so I think we can reach it, but it started to have a huge fall right now. So I think the whole market is in correction. So I'll look more about this in liquidation heat map and our premium chart later. So to start with, this is a dominance for Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, and USDT. So the Bitcoin dominance increased dramatically yesterday with a big increase, and Ethereum and altcoins dominance relatively fell. However, the Tether dominance kept falling and making the whole crypto market bullish. And today, altcoins will probably shake up and down, but cryptos with high market cap will probably have a power to rise, even if it gets a small correction. So this picture is a Goya Dominance 1 chart from 6 p.m. in Monday to 5 p.m. today. So starting from 11 a.m., the Bitcoin started to fall and made an high-speed fall. Yeah, so just like in skydiving. And you can notice that from this point, the dominance started to decrease. So it eventually entered this minus zone. And this is about 11 a.m. So now it recovered the dominance over the zero, so it's now plus, but we have to see what will happen by looking at the premium chart later. So this is a liquidation heat map for last 24 hours, and you can see that the great amount of positions were liquidated today. It's $567.58 million. And this is because of the sudden increase from Bitcoin and Ethereum and the meme coin, which is this one, the Shiba Inu coin. And also there was a sudden drop in Bitcoin too, so it made a huge liquidation today. And the altcoins they liquidated long positions a lot, so I think the Bitcoin's rising didn't affect the altcoins yet, so we'll have to see what will happen to the altcoins. But Dogecoin, which had a big increase recently, I think those coins with a surge increase are now having a correction in the altcoins. So let's have a look at later with the premium chart. And this is a 4 hours liquidation heat map in 5:30 p.m. Now Bitcoin started to drop, as I told you, starting from afternoon. It started to drop all the way down to almost 65k, and now it's recovering slightly. And that's why in the last 4 hours, long positions were liquidated a lot. And Ethereum seems to continue its rise in this liquidation heat map, but as I watched the chart, it did make some drop simultaneously with the Bitcoin, but it didn't drop that much comparing to Bitcoin, so still the short positions liquidation is a bit higher. And I suggest you guys to trade cryptos that move with Bitcoin and Ethereum always. And gathering some crypto when they give a downward pressure would be nice in this bullish market. So this is a article about while Bitcoin moving up and down, meme coins such as a Shiba Inu, which I told you just before, or Dogecoin, the most famous one, liquidated huge amount, which is $90 million. So in early morning in South Korea, all cryptos seemed super bullish, starting with Bitcoin. But from afternoon, with Bitcoin falling, almost $30,000 straight in 3 hours. And now the market became really chaotic. Some coins are super increasing, and some coins are super falling. But there are a lot of good news, such as in January, the MicroStrategy announced that they will buy Bitcoin and started a big rise in Bitcoin price. Now they mentioned they will use over $600 million to buy even more Bitcoin. So I think they won't buy it right now since the price increased a lot. But because of this, the upcoming correction to the price might reduced by this huge amount of money flowing in. So I think noticing when this MicroStrategy will buy the Bitcoin will be a great place for us to follow in the long position or buying in a spot trade. So this is a liquidation heat map for Bitcoin, and you can notice that from the sudden amazing drop right here, this liquidated a lot of long positions, and these are the short positions. So the short positions were liquidated starting from yesterday, and even today these yellow lines are all liquidated by the surge in the Bitcoin. So this is short, longs were all liquidated, but assets were gathering under this near 66K, and eventually it made a sudden drop. This is hour-based candlestick, and in just on 1 hour it dropped all the way down to the 65K and liquidated this whole money, and then just jumped back up and continued its movement near 66K. So this is a reason for the huge amount of money liquidation. And this is a liquidation heat map for Ethereum, and as you can see, a similar time, it dropped all the way down to 3,650. Yeah, 3650. Yeah, it didn't make a big drop such as Bitcoin did, but it did drop. So a little long positions were liquidated, and short positions liquidated, and now it's moving in sideways near 3,700. But there are monies gathering up here and under here, so I'm not pretty sure how the Ethereum will move, but just remember that Ethereum has a lot of good news, and Ethereum has a power to increase a lot this year. So I think sudden drop is to make a liquidation in those long positions. So think of that point as a chance to go in and gather some Ethereum. And this is a 4 hours RSI heat map, and this is for yesterday, this is for today. So there were many coins up here in the overbought and strong area, so I told you that there might be a correction since they are buying too much, so the price was going all the way up. But if you look at this place now, more coins entered this weak zone, and the overall coin was starting to drop down to the 40 to 60 points. So it seems like the correction is made. I'm not sure about how much did they drop, but yeah, we need to see the actual chart. But according to this RSI heat map, it would probably got a correction right now. But since there are still many coins in the overbought area, so I think it's still a time to be careful with it. You can see the Bitcoin and the Ethereum is all the way up here, and Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. These coins, Pepe, yeah, those ETC, Ethereum Cash. No. RI. It's Ethereum Classic? Yeah. Forgot the name, sorry. Are now still in the overbought area, so always be careful for the correction. Bitcoin was here yesterday. So let's have a look at our premium chart from now. So this is a dominance chart. I showed you in the 5 p.m. it was 4 points, and now it recovered all the way back to 15 points. So let's have a look at Bitcoin. So with this huge drop, if you see this Bitcoin's chart, this happened just in 7 days or something. So you can see this rocket and the downward red arrow. This means that Bitcoin made a sudden big rise or sudden big drop, and the red downward arrow apparently means a sudden big drop made. So with an S signal and this long minus candlestick just broke through the Goya line, and then with an LB we started to break up again, but another SB came in. So in this sideways movement, this LB and SB appears a lot, since this LB and SB signal means a change in a trend. So now it's having an up and down movement between the Goya line. So you can see that in our trading view, the price is now 66828. Increased a little bit over here or something. Oh, yes, I don't know, 668. Yeah, near the Goya line, a little bit up here. So now we are at somewhere here. So we still have an S signal here, and there is SB signal remaining. We have an L2 signal right here, but I think this upward trend already finished for right now, and Bitcoin is now having a break. Yeah, it's taking its breath right now. But since there are a lot of short positions up here, so I wish Bitcoin just break through that highest point and even reach 70k, and it would be an amazing time for the spot traders or the long positions futures trader. But I suggest you guys not to do the futures for now, since the whole market is very chaotic. Some rise incredibly, some fall incredibly. So, and this is a Ethereum. This place was the Bitcoin's sudden fall made, but the Ethereum survived from it, but started to fall slightly over here. But as you can see, the final signal is S and the SB signal, but it's moving over the Goya line, so the S signal's reliance is a little bit unbelievable. How do I say it's unreliable? The S signals for the candle is much reliable if it's made under the Goya line. So I think probably Ethereum has a power to increase more. So if you look at this trading chart, it's going all the way up to 3722. So it's all the way to here. Yeah, 322. So it's still moving up here. And as you can see, they guide you our resist line as 3751 and the buy signal all the way down here. So if there is a big gap with a buy, which is a support line, this means that there was a sudden rise or sudden fall made. So with this big gap, this means that there would be a correction, not all the way to down here, but probably near this line, so I suggest you guys to watch carefully about their movement. And let's look at the Dogecoin, which is a meme coin that liquidated a lot of money. So now we have an upward, rising 6.4. And as you can see, with an SB signal, and this time was a Bitcoin sudden drop made. So it broke through all the way down the Goya line. This long candle proves that. But it recovered all the way back up, and now it's moving near the Goya line. And the price increased slightly from here. Now it's 0.186. So it's moving near these points. So Dogecoin also seems like it is having a break, since Dogecoin rised a lot, just like on Bitcoin. But so if you look at our support and resist line, this place, a 0.2 seems like a major resist line, and this place 0.15787, this point acts as a support line. But if the price comes all the way down to here, it might be a good place for you to gather some Dogecoin, since there is a Bitcoin halving in the April. There are a lot of bullish market news all over here, so probably the Dogecoin might rise more. So think of these lines as a resist line, also with the Bollinger Band. If it touches all the up here, it will possibly drop slightly, so please remember those. And finally, we're gonna look at Ripple. So Ripple is having a hard time right now. It's moving up and down, up and down. But it did made an increase. It's 2 days ago. It was a huge increase, but huge drop again. So it's now having a big up and down movements. But as I said before, Ripple is a very important crypto that might have a big increase later as time goes by. So I suggest you guys to gather Ripple. If the price goes down, it will be a good chance for you to buy. But now have a look at, we have an S signal right now. The RSI signal is S, and as I said just before, the S signal made above the Goya line is not useful, and the L signal under the Goya line is also not reliable too. So I think this SB signal is quite reliable, but the price is moving just near the Goya line, so keep an eye on it. And this is a sell and resist, a resist and support line. So big drop made here today. What time is it? It's 2 p.m. Could be a support place, so I think these places might be a good place for you to gather some. Yeah, and think of this line as a resist line. So I hope you guys to have a safe trade today as well, and I suggest you guys to avoid futures trade for right now and focus on spot trading, because it's way much safer. So have a nice day, and thank you for listening. Bye.